Hi, Barry Young here. I want to talk to you today about tap handles and how to drive taps. Here's a good example of tap handles. These are all for pretty small taps because that's what we use in the amateur workshop mostly. This is what most of you are used to seeing. Now this is a general. It's actually a pretty good tap handle even though it's inexpensive, and I want to show you what makes it good. Inside there's actually some chuck jaws that close around the tap, and you can use this two ways. On small taps, let's use this small tap, it grips on the outside of the tap, and on large taps, this is the correct way to use this tool, it grips the square shank of the tap. That's why I like these tap handles best, because they grip the tap and it absolutely must go. It won't slip if you grip on the square shank. It comes in two different sizes. These are for smaller taps, and this is what I'd really recommend for that tap I put into the larger handle. And as you can see, it's got small enough jaws to grip that little tiny tap. And it has to move. It can't stop rotating. This is another kind of tap holder, and I don't like these nearly as much. They're the kind with the split bodies, and they have a square milled in there. I don't know if you can see it, or actually broached probably. What that does is it grabs the square shank of the tap, and they kind of work. I just don't care for them as much. They don't hold as wide a variety of taps well as the ones with chuck jaws. Now the really posh, wonderful way to drive taps is with one of these beautiful tap handles from Starett. These things are great. Let me find a tap that fits in here. And there's a little V-jaw in there, which, gee, they work easy. Okay, but that will hold your tap very well. I'm not certain, but I believe that this design came from England, like this Moore and Wright tap handle. That's where I think it came from, but I could be wrong. Starett could have come up with it. There's some bright boys down there. We're all familiar with these cheesy garbage tap handles that come in those Chinese tap and die sets. These pretty much can be thrown away. Just get rid of those. This one is a little bit better, but there are things out there like this. Now this is truly a fine one. This is made by the A.J. Smart Manufacturing Company, and I'm sure it's 100 years old. And I'm sure you can't buy it today, but be on the lookout at the flea market. It's got a little knurled wheel here that moves the anvil that clamps onto the tap. Now this is the best tap handle I've ever seen. It's got a nice color case hardened body, and you can't buy it. Okay. So, those work awesome. Now this is a goofy idea that came out of Sears, I guess in the 60s. And you're supposed to be able to just clamp this baby in here like it's some sort of a screwdriver and just go tapping away. Well, what's going to happen when you do that? You get this in the hole, and you're going to be trying to twist the handle, and you're going to torque it sideways, and guess what? Half the tap remains in the hole. The rest remains in the handle. This is a really, really bad idea. And I like this. They got a hole through there so you can put a screwdriver in it to put even more torque on that tap. That's just a wonderful idea. Thank you, Sears. Okay. Now this is a beautiful thing. This is a Goodall & Pratt Tap Driver from, somewhere around 1870 or 1880, I suspect. And it's got a reversible ratchet. When I figure out how to reverse it, I will get back to you. But it really works great for driving in those taps, as long as you don't twist it, like on the Craftsman one. This has that same problem. So, that's about what I got to tell you about tap handles today. Are there any questions?
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay, well, no questions. You guys know all about taps now. I expect we're not going to see any more broken taps. You have a nice day now.
Thank you, Barry. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see free project plans, tips, and tricks for the amateur machinist, please visit projectsandmetal.com. And if you're interested in additional videos, go ahead and visit the YouTube channel, youtube.com/projectsandmetal. And please do not forget to subscribe. Thanks.